What is the silent, unseen enemy that gnaws at the foundation of societies worldwide? It's corruption, a complex web of dishonesty and abuse of power, often veiled behind a facade of protocol and propriety. This sinister force, if left unchecked, can erode the pillars of our communities and destabilize shared values. Addressing this issue is not a matter of choice, but a pressing necessity to ensure societal growth. The damage caused by corruption is immeasurable, and its ripple effects devastating. At the heart of any thriving society lies trust, an essential building block corroded by corruption. Trust is the invisible glue that holds our social fabric together. It's the firm belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of our institutions and leaders. But when corruption slithers into the picture, this trust is eroded. Corruption is like a termite, gnawing away at the foundation of trust, creating a shaky and unstable society. Breeds mistrust, suspicion, and a sense of betrayal among citizens. We've seen this play out on the world stage time and time again. Each of these instances of high-level corruption causes a significant erosion of public trust in the government and its institutions. When corruption seeps in, trust, the very essence of societal cohesion, crumbles. Corruption, a ruthless plunderer, drains resources from essential services that are the lifelines of society. Let's take a closer look at how this impacts three vital areas: education, healthcare, and social welfare. In the realm of education, corruption can lead to poorly equipped schools, underpaid teachers, and ultimately a generation of citizens ill-prepared to contribute to their society's growth. When it comes to healthcare, corruption often results in inadequate facilities, scarcity of essential medicines, and compromised patient care. And in the sphere of social welfare, corruption can mean fewer resources for social safety nets, leaving the most vulnerable citizens unsupported. This drain on resources doesn't just affect these critical services, it widens wealth gaps, creating a chasm between the haves and have-nots. These gaps perpetuate cycles of poverty, trapping individuals and communities in a seemingly endless struggle for survival. But the damage doesn't stop there. Corruption stifles genuine progress. It leads to the allocation of resources, not to those who are most qualified, but to those who are well connected. This can result in failed development initiatives. In sum, corruption is not just a moral issue. It's an economic one, a social one, a development one. It's a complex, multifaceted problem that reaches into every corner of society. Corruption indeed is a roadblock to progress and prosperity. Democracy, the beacon of societal fairness, dims under the shadow of corruption. The very principles that form the bedrock of democracy, transparency, equality, and justice, are undermined by pervasive corruption. It's like a silent coup, where the power of the people is gradually usurped, not by force, but by the infiltration of dishonest practices. Imagine a scenario where the electoral process, the heart of democratic governance, is manipulated. Votes are bought, results are rigged, and the voice of the people is muffled under the weight of corruption. In such a scenario, democracy becomes a farce, a spectacle, where the outcome is predetermined by those with the deepest pockets. But the impact of corruption extends beyond the political sphere. It seeps into the social fabric, normalizing dishonesty and compromising ethical standards. It's a slow poison that erodes societal values, turning a blind eye to misconduct and fostering a culture of impunity. In some places, corruption has become so commonplace that it is no longer seen as an aberration, but as a necessary evil for survival. These are not mere conjectures, but grim realities faced by many societies around the globe. The evidence of societal decay due to corruption is all too apparent. Corruption, therefore, is not only a threat to democracy, but also a catalyst for social decay. The dire consequences of corruption make it a menace that we must collectively confront. Erodes trust, impoverishes economies, stifles development, undermines democracy, and decays our social fabric. Is our call to arms, a rallying cry to eradicate corruption and restore trust, justice, and fairness. Only then can we pave the way for a brighter, more equitable future. We can unmask corruption and chart a course towards a brighter, fairer future. Join us on this journey by subscribing to The Pinnacle Path. See you in next video.